Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to show you a local hiking trail that just so happens to be right next to the ocean. And this request comes from Zobaida. She wanted me to take some pictures or shoot a video in fall and talk about it, so here we are. And everything I talk about in this video will be in slow, clear English to help you learn the language. It's a little cloudy, it's a little cool today, which is why I've worn my flannel, and that can be the first word that I teach you. Flannel shirt, sometimes simply called a flannel. That's what we wear often in New England, the part of the United States that I live in, when it starts to get a little cool. One of the first things you might see if you come to a trail or a state park like we're at is a picnic area. You might see picnic tables at a picnic area and possibly even a little grill. Cool thing about this trail is that it follows the ocean, and we'll be right by the ocean in just a second. But one thing I want to talk about when we get there are the tides. Sometimes we have something called high tide, which is where the ocean is as high as it gets, right up near the beach. And sometimes it's low tide, where the beach will actually get bigger. There will be more sand along the shore if it's low tide. Sometimes along the trail you'll see what we call benches, so you can sit and rest if you'd like. If parts of the trail often have a lot of water on them, what you'll see is drainage that has been dug alongside the trail, so the water will go under the trail through those pipes instead of over the trail, getting everyone's feet wet. When walking along the trail in the fall, you need to be careful of roots. Those are parts of the tree that could go along the trail and trip you up as you're walking. Be careful of the roots when you're walking on the trail. The outside of the tree is what we call bark, and it's usually pretty rough. And on the ground in the fall in Maine, you can see a lot of pine needles. These are still pretty much living because they're green, but there are a whole bunch of them on the ground that are more this color. Those are dead. And these are called pine cones. When you arrive at the park, you might get a map at the entrance, and you need to be careful about going into private property. A lot of times you will see signs that say stay off private property. I need to be very careful walking along this part of the trail because there are a lot of tree roots that I could trip over. One thing we need to talk about if you are near the ocean is erosion. Erosion is when part of the land gets taken away or eroded. And that is what's happening on this trail. You can clearly see there was once a path that led down to the ocean, but because of erosion, the land is being taken away and it's no longer safe to get to the ocean from this trail. Another thing I'd like to point out while I'm here is that the tide is clearly low right now. You can see that there is a lot of wet, muddy earth that you have to cross before you get to the ocean. Clearly, the tide is low right now. And I'm not here on this hike alone. Jamie's with me, and right now she's going to talk about a leaf she just found on the ground.
So today I'm looking for decorations for after Halloween for what we call our Thanksgiving kind of fall period. So I'm looking for leaves to put on my table as a decoration, and I found this leaf and I thought it was cool because it looks like a tie-dye leaf. And this right here is a tie-dye shirt, and that's why I picked it up, because it looks tie-dyed.
Call this stuff seaweed. So those people earlier that were digging for clams, when you see they are open, the shells are open, they're most likely empty, because they're dead. But if they're closed, then most likely they're open. And they love to dig themselves deep into the sand, and they are super hard to get out. Jamie was trying to dig some out with her hand, and it was almost as if there was something pulling down on it, not allowing her to dig it up out of the sand. Super windy here by the ocean. I'm not sure what those little white things on the rocks are called, like scientifically, but we've always called them barnacles. If you live near the ocean, you'll know that when glass is found along the ocean, it smooths out over time. And in English, we call that type of glass sea glass.
Yeah, my brother just had to put his down. Oh, yeah, they had it for a while. Oh my gosh, she's just fine. Yeah.
Hope you've all enjoyed this little walk around the coast of Maine. If you are looking for more videos, up there, it's a video I did near a river with a lot of vocabulary about water. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.